when you feel stressed or fearful about something, it comes with this amazing opportunity to create magic, which is that opportunity to be brave. So quite often it's difficult to want to do that. So outside bravery might look like a firefighter running into a fire. It looks like courage. It might be that person who's throwing a double on the floor. It's that thing that you're really a bit scared about. But on the inside, bravery doesn't look like that. It feels like anxiety. It feels like fear. But the thing is, bravery and courage can't exist without fear. Because if you don't have fear, then you don't have courage. If there's no fear, there's no need for you to be brave. So anyone that's brave feels different inside than the way you might think they look on the outside. You can take fear, anxiety and stress and rewrite it for yourself. And if you rewrite it as an opportunity for yourself to be brave and courageous, that's where the true magic happens. So I had a wee chat with Macy before we had tryouts, or while tryouts was happening. And I know that what she would have felt was fear, anxiety and stress about coming to tryouts. But the brave thing was, through her tears and everything, she still tried. And I think that, you know, and the opportunity and the exciting thing is that what can come from that is so much bigger. So you guys are amazingly brave. You might not feel it, but you are. Trying out for Team New Zealand or trying out for the Academy in front of a whole bunch of people is a really scary thing to do. And there's a ton of people that didn't. Why? Because they thought they might fail. And the more opportunities you have to feel failure and rejection, the better you get at it. So I think I'm an expert at being courageous and brave because I've failed so many times. So I once tried out for what used to be, it was called Pop Stars, but it's kind of, I guess it would have been like American Idol. And so, not a great singer, although I really kind of thought of myself as a pop star. I was so nervous to go. I was 18, by the way. I decided to have a few drinks beforehand to kind of calm my nerves down. Wasn't drunk, but I was feeling a little bit more confident, put it that way. I sung completely out of tune and didn't make it. And then after that, so you know that I tried out for the Sky City Cheerleaders 3 times and failed miserably every single time, and I felt terrible on the inside. But the fact that I knew I could get myself back up, and that's how obviously All-Star Cheerleaders started, was that I had failed so many times at trying to be a cheerleader some other place that I thought I'll just make my own team and put myself on it. So the more you put yourselves out there and stretch the limits of how you feel and go above and beyond and push through that fear and anxiety, the better you're going to get with being brave and trying the things that you want to do and not missing out. So what I've written down there is that failure and rejection is a sign of that you're doing something brave. So don't be scared of that. Don't shy away from that. That's a really great opportunity for you guys to practice what it feels like to be brave and courageous. And then when anything else happens, you've got this amazing life skill that you can use anytime. So I'm going to encourage you guys to do something brave. Perhaps it's as small as having that conversation with somebody. Maybe there's a boy that you like and you're scared he's going to reject you. Maybe this is the week you go out and say, hey, I like you. You don't know what it might be. But just practicing and being good with fear and rejection and people telling you're not good enough is a really great opportunity for you to be better at doing it. And it makes anxiety, stress so much easier to handle, because you've got practice at it. That's what we talk about. The more practice you have of dealing with anxiety and stress and fear, the easier it is for it to go away. So the more hard stuff you do, the easier life is. If you do the easy things, then that actually makes your life harder. So attack next week by finding a whole bunch of really hard things to do. So this whole article, what I'm talking about now, came from an article from a lady called Karen Young. She writes this thing. It's called the heysigmund.com, and her name's Karen Young. Anyway, she finishes her article with saying this: one of the most important parts of being brave is knowing that somewhere inside of you, brave will be there when you need it, whether you feel it or not. So I think that's such a really cool thing, just really cool thing. And you guys are already incredibly brave. I mean, the fact that we're asking you to flip and be thrown in the air, and the fear of getting hit in the face or whatever it might be, this is just such an amazing opportunity if you use cheerleading to practice feeling those things. Maybe you have fear and anxiety or stress around coming to talk to one of us. So now's the opportunity to face that and come and see us, because we're not as scary as we might look. Or your teacher or your parents or whatever that might be.